Okay, I'm back. This is part 2. I had to wait for Meri to, not Meri. I had to wait for Greg to get on the road to West Virginia. He's going to a Mothman festival. So these are the letters, and I'm doing D and E, and I figure I'll go ahead and do F. I'm just going to kind of draw it out real quick, and then I'll finish coloring this one. So I'm making up my own letters, and I'm trying to make little points. So let's do an F. So there's an F. And then I just start adding hearts around and then make a vine that runs out from that, like this. And then add leaves along the vine. And then if you just add little stems that come up, you can add more heart. All right. And I just overlap my vines. So like if we have a vine comes up like this, I'll make it go under this one. And I just do that until I fill in the whole thing like I did these. And I'll go back and finish this in a little bit. And then I do a highlighter or a watercolor in the background. And then I color in my stems with the green. And then I was just doing the red hearts. And I'm not going to color my letters because I left my gold pen. I use gold on my letters. Mary's moved on to trivia, so I figured I can listen and do this at the same time. And I think the college kids across the street are having a party because there's a whole lot of cars in the yard over there. So you just come up with a design that you like and then try to do your whole set of letters with the same basic techniques but different colors. So then when we get at the end, we'll have a whole alphabet done like this. And, if you lined these up and you made copies, then you could cut them apart and, use them to write words out or whatever you wanted to do with the letters. So this is my alphabet so far. It's going along. I might work on this just a little bit more. Mary's doing her trivia. I'm sorry, I go into the zone when I'm doing these. That's one reason I wasn't going to do videos on the process of them. It's because I just get in the zone and I forget to talk. And sometimes I'll just put a random heart to fill in, like it fell off the vine. So I've got that like that. I wait just a few seconds to let all of that dry. And then let's see if I've got a orange highlighter. I really like my scribble sticks because you can get a wet paintbrush and just wipe it on the scribble stick and then put that down. It works really good. But the highlighters, since I'm having to use what I have available down here at the house, see, I took most all of my supplies up to Greenville because that's where we are most of the time. And my art supplies keep me happy being at home. And because I'm using a highlighter, it's you can kind of see through it. And the colors from the regular Sharpies seem to do real well over the highlighter. So I just color in like that. So I'll be ahead of Meri by one letter because I wanted to show you all the process, but I had to wait for Greg to leave. And he was having trouble getting his GPS updated. That's what I'm trying to say. So I need green and red, and I'm going to put the rest of this away. And like I said, I'm not going to color my letter in until I get back up there because I want them all to be gold. And I just start coloring in the stems and the leaves, and then I come back in and do the hearts, and then I do the letter, and it's all done. So these don't take a lot of work. They're really quick to do. I tried to make it look like the vine has got some movement to it by adding lots of curves and motion to it. And some of the stem is more visible. The width of the stem is, and then it goes narrow and like a winding vine. And so this is kind of the boring part, is just sitting here watching me color, but it doesn't take too long. And I'm just going to finish this one up, and I'll show you what I did to my shadow box square because I went in and I doodled a little bit on it. to kind of finish out the square. And Meri was talking about she's doing pretty good at her example shadow box where she shows us what she's doing, but she hasn't done very much on her actual one she's going to do to keep. Her demo is getting filled in, but the one that she wants to do really good is not. So, Meri, you got to get to it. Get that real one done, or it'll be the end of the 16 weeks, and you'll be looking at still a blank thing. So, I'm just trying to encourage you. So come up with some funky letters of your own. Think about it. I mean, you could do letters that have little round balls at every time a letter stops, or you could do the double line method. Any way you want to make some little words or letters. I mean, not words, letters. And I'm thinking of mounting mine on a piece of black cardstock, like an 8.5 by 11. And even if I have to do a second page of them, I could do, Meri was talking about doing a set of numbers 0 to 9 up as well. So if I need to fill in like 2 8.5 by 11s with a little space in between each block, I thought that would be a really cool sheet printed off. If I had a piece of black cardstock here, I'd show you what I meant. So I'm going to be ahead of Meri on this. This happened. This game. These are, unless she does F and G next week, I don't know what she had planned. I know she just did 2 letters. 2 letters. She did these 2 letters last week, these 2 this week, and she did the A at the beginning. So in a way, I could think about doing that. They would have been done A, B, C, D, E, and F. So maybe either I'll be all caught up or maybe I'll be ahead of her a little bit, or just one behind, and I can do a G real quick next week if she does G as well as F. So I will take these up, and if I get home in time next Wednesday, I'll color the gold in on these in my Wednesday night live next week. So here are the letters I've done so far, and the D, E, and F will look like the ABC. The gold pen that I forgot to throw in my box this week. So there's those. And then I just found that skinny black Sharpie, and I added a stitch line around the block and around the word. And then I just outlined the leaves and the acorns and stuff, and it just gave it a more finished look. You can kind of see that gold pen on there. So there we go. Those are my shadow box and my letters done with Meri on Friday, the 20th of September. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.